Okay. So far we have discussed the oblique projectile general concepts up to this. Okay. Now, which are useful for objective exam? Those points are, we will discuss those points under note. Okay. So first one, in case of oblique projectile, in case of oblique projectile, suppose it is thrown with a velocity u by making an angle of projection theta with horizontal. At this point of projection, what is the acceleration acts on the oblique projectile? What is the direction of acceleration acts on the oblique projectile? Is video streaming is properly there or not to you? Video streaming. Are you able to see the video or not? Okay. Okay, Vikyat, you see your mobile, you adjust your mobile. Okay. So here, right. Here you see, at the point of projection, the velocity of projection is in this direction. At this point of projection, what is the acceleration acts on the oblique projectile? What is the acceleration acts on the oblique projectile? Is it vertically upwards or downwards? Is it vertically upwards or downwards? Vertically downwards. That's why acceleration due to gravity is vertically downwards. Okay, whenever the oblique projectile reaches the point here, reaches the point on the plane passing through point of projection, the velocity of this oblique projectile is along the tangential direction here. Tangential direction means whatever here you see, whatever the velocity of projection, here also velocity of projection, velocity of impact. That means the velocity with which the oblique projectile reaches the horizontal plane is called velocity of impact. That is also u only. If air resistance is not there, air resistance is ignored. Air resistance is ignored. When air resistance is ignored, then whatever the angle made by the velocity with the horizontal, here also angle made by the velocity with which it reaches the ground with the horizontal is same, theta. Now here, what is the acceleration acts on the oblique projectile before reaches the horizontal plane passing through point of projection? Wherever the oblique projectile is there, the acceleration due to gravity always vertically downwards only, no? So here acceleration due to gravity acts on the oblique projectile is downwards direction. Now, in this case, what is the angle between velocity and acceleration? In case of oblique projectile, at the point of projection, what is the angle between velocity and acceleration? Velocity is here, acceleration is here. So what is the angle between them? 90 plus theta. Okay, this is 90 plus theta. Next, before it reaches the ground or before it reaches the horizontal plane passing through point of projection, what is the angle between its velocity direction and acceleration due to gravity means this one. That is how much? This angle is, this is totally 90. 90 minus theta, no? So here 90 minus theta, here it is 90 plus theta. That means when the oblique projectile travel from the point of projection to the point where it reaches the horizontal plane passing through the point of projection, the angle between velocity and acceleration changes from 90 plus theta to 90 minus theta. Okay, am I right? Okay, next, at the highest point, what is the direction of velocity? At the highest point of the oblique projectile, what is the direction of its motion or direction of its velocity? At the highest point of the oblique projectile, what is the direction of motion of the oblique projectile? That is along horizontal direction. At the highest point, what is the velocity of the oblique projectile? At the highest point of its motion, what is the velocity of the oblique projectile? U cos theta, no? So u cos theta. At this highest point, what is the acceleration acts on the oblique projectile? At the highest point of the oblique projectile, what is the acceleration acts on the oblique projectile? G, vertically downwards. Okay, very good. Now, in case of oblique projectile, at the highest point, what is the angle between its velocity and acceleration? What is the angle between its velocity and acceleration? 90. Very good. 90. So, in case of oblique projectile, when it travel from point of projection to point of impact, then the angle between velocity and acceleration changes from 90 plus theta to 90 minus theta. At the highest point, the velocity angle between velocity and acceleration is 90. Is there an example for a body which is having velocity and acceleration in different directions? Is there an example for a body which is having velocity and acceleration in different directions? Tell me. is an example for a body having velocity and acceleration both are in different directions. Yes. In case, very good. In case of vertically projected body, velocity is in upward direction and acceleration g is in downward direction. Because of that, in upward direction we have taken acceleration is equal to minus g. Okay, that's why tell me example for a body having velocity and acceleration different means we can say vertically projected body. Okay, in case of vertically projected body, velocity is in upward direction, acceleration is in downward direction, which is equal to z. The angle between velocity and acceleration in that case is 180 now. In case of oblique projectile, velocity is in this direction, acceleration in this direction. So this oblique projectile is also one more example for the body having velocity and acceleration in different directions now. Okay. Retardation of the vertically projected body is in upward direction, but acceleration is downward direction. Okay, in case of vertically projected body. So this is one point that is very, very important. Okay. So therefore, in case of oblique projectile, in case of projectile or oblique projectile, angle between velocity and acceleration varies from 90 degree plus theta to 90 degree minus theta. Okay, at highest point, angle between velocity and acceleration is 90 degree. Okay, next. Second note point. Suppose one projectile is thrown into space with a velocity u by making an angle of projection theta. After some time, when the oblique projectile reaches the point here, its direction of motion here, whenever the oblique projectile reaches the point here, its direction of motion is always along tangential direction, to this path. Now, what is its velocity? Here, the condition, the points given are the oblique projectile is thrown into space with a velocity u by making an angle of projection theta with a horizontal. After reaches certain point, its direction of motion makes an angle alpha with a horizontal. Then at that point, what is the velocity of the projectile? V they asked. It was asked in the mains. It was asked in mains. It is asked in mains. How we can write? You see, at the point of projection, horizontal component of velocity is u cos theta. No? At this point where its velocity is to be determined, the horizontal component of velocity is v cos alpha. No? Okay. But at any point, horizontal component of velocity must be same. That's why u cos theta must be equal to v cos alpha. Okay, that's why from this v is equal to u cos theta by cos alpha, or v is equal to u cos theta into secant alpha we can write now, because 1 by cos alpha means we can write secant alpha. So this is the velocity of the oblique projectile after it is thrown when its direction of motion makes an angle alpha with a horizontal. This is the velocity. This is the directly the question asked in mains. It is the direct question they asked in mains. Okay. Next. Next note point. Suppose oblique projectile is thrown into space with a velocity u by making an angle of projection theta. It is projected with a velocity u. By making an angle of projection theta. So at the point of projection, its direction of motion is along this direction. This is the initial direction of motion. But because of gravity, the direction of motion gradually changes, and after reaches certain point in their path, suppose after some time it reaches the point here, its velocity is along the tangential direction, no? So you draw the tangent at this point. Its velocity direction is in this direction. So if you extend this line in backward direction, then its velocity direction becomes perpendicular to the initial direction of motion, no? Its velocity direction is perpendicular to initial velocity direction, no? Here, after projectile is thrown into space from the point of projection, after what? After the oblique projectile is thrown into space from the point of projection, whenever its direction of motion becomes perpendicular to the initial direction of motion, what is the velocity of the oblique projectile? I think you understood the question. After the oblique projectile is thrown into space, what is the velocity of the oblique projectile whenever its direction of motion becomes perpendicular to the initial direction of motion? Whenever the direction of motion becomes perpendicular to initial direction of motion, at that instant, what is the velocity of the oblique projectile? That they asked. I think you could understand the question first, not doing answer. Everyone have understood? Have understood all the question? Okay. How we can find? You see, here this is the horizontal plane. Okay. If it is theta, this is 90 minus theta, no? This is 90 minus theta. Okay. The horizontal here, if the velocity is v, then the horizontal component of velocity. If it is 90 minus theta, it is 90 minus theta, no? Because these two are horizontal. It is the intersecting line. That's why if it is 90 minus theta, it is 90 minus theta, no? Then the component of this velocity in this direction is v cos 90 minus theta. But in case of oblique projectile, at any point, the horizontal component of velocity must be same, no? That's why this horizontal component of velocity is the point of projection, and the horizontal component of velocity at the instant whenever its direction of motion becomes perpendicular to the initial direction of motion, that means this one, both must be equal. That's why u cos theta must be equal to v cos 90 minus theta. U cos theta is equal to v into cos 90 minus theta means sin theta, or v is equal to u into cos theta by sin theta, or v is equal to u cot theta we can write now. So whenever the direction of its velocity, whenever the direction of velocity of the oblique projectile becomes perpendicular to the initial direction of motion, then the velocity becomes u cot theta. What is the time taken for this? Time taken by this oblique projectile to travel from this point to this point is how much? T is equal to question mark. Okay. At this instant, what is the vertical component of velocity? Vertical component of velocity is v sin 90 minus theta. V sin 90 minus theta. Now, along vertical direction, initial velocity here is u sin theta. Initial velocity at this point is u sin theta. Acceleration is minus z. Final velocity after t seconds, whenever its velocity direction becomes perpendicular, vertical component of velocity is v is equal to v sin 90 minus theta. That is equal to v cos theta. But v is equal to u cot theta, no? V is equal to u cot theta into cos theta. Okay, this is equal to u into, okay, you keep like this. Okay, now time taken is how much? So along vertical direction, what is the relation among them? Initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, time. So from v is equal to u plus at. V means v means this one, u cot theta into u cot theta into cos theta. Okay, is equal to u means u sin theta plus a means minus z into time t. Okay, therefore from this gt is equal to gt, you keep there only, you bring this gt towards left and remaining you write right, u sin theta minus u cot theta. U cot theta means cot theta can be written as cos theta by sin theta, okay, into cos theta. This is equal to, you take u common and LCM you take u common and take LCM, then sin theta into sin theta. sine square theta minus cos square theta by sin theta. That is equal to u into gt is equal to u into what about sine square theta minus cos square theta? What about sine square theta minus cos square theta? Sine square theta minus cos square theta. Already I said sine square theta minus cos square theta is how much? Sine square theta minus cos square theta. What is the value? Sine square theta cos square theta. Sine square theta minus cos square theta is cos 2 theta. Sure? Cos 2 theta. Sine square theta minus cos square theta is equal to cos 2 theta by sin theta. Okay. Otherwise, you write like this. U into, is it correct? You see? Sorry, here what is the direction of velocity? What is the direction of this velocity v? Here, what is the direction of velocity? It is in downwards direction. No, we have put minus sign. Initial velocity u sin theta is upwards, v sin theta is downwards. That's why you have put minus sign. Okay, you write minus. When you write minus, it becomes plus. Okay, so it is plus. Okay, therefore, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1 by sin theta. Therefore, t is equal to u by g sin theta. We can write r u into 1 by sin theta means cosecant theta. Cosecant theta by g. This is the time after the oblique projectile is thrown. Its direction of velocity becomes perpendicular to the initial direction of motion. Okay, u cosecant theta by z or u by g sin theta. Here why I have taken minus means initial velocity here is u sin theta upwards, whereas after t seconds velocity is in downwards direction. No, that's why we had put minus sign. Compared with initial direction of motion, final velocity along vertical direction is downwards, means opposite. That's why we had to put minus sign. We forgot previously. Okay, so minus sign. Then we got u cosecant theta by c. This is the time after which the direction of oblique projectile, direction of motion of the oblique projectile becomes perpendicular to the initial direction of motion. And whenever velocity becomes perpendicular to initial direction of motion, what is the velocity of the oblique projectile? It means u cot theta. Okay, today just you go through all these concepts. Okay, I sent already notes to you, so you go through the concept, and if possible some problems you do, because I send the assignment also. Okay, have a nice day. I am signing out. Okay, Nana, bye. Take care.